channel with you today, and I just want to thank you guys for following me and following my channel and subscribing. I really do appreciate. You can see the tag. That was distracting. For following me and supporting me. I really appreciate it. I've been on YouTube for quite a while now, and I really do appreciate every one of you guys who watch my channel, and I just thought it would be fun to get on and do a Scrappy chat since it's been a while since I've done one. It has been a really busy past, I want to say 6 months, probably at least. So pretty much since I've started some of the other design teams that I started, I just have been creating and been really busy, and so I haven't really made a lot of videos, but I need to start doing more. So I thought it would be fun to do a New Year's resolution-y video because I think it's kind of fun to see what our plans are for our channels and our Scrappy stuff, and kind of use that as a guidepost for how we're gonna do our year. I try not to make resolutions, if you will, in terms of like, oh, I'm gonna get healthy. I mean, I've done that, but usually I've not been very successful because I am one of those people, the longer my list, the less likely I am to get it done. But with that said, I do really well when I think ahead about what I want to do. I mean, we all have goals and plans and dreams, and if you don't put them down or you don't say them out loud, I think, especially if you don't say them out loud and acknowledge them, sometimes that's your first step to actually getting that accomplished. And so, I mean, there also is this, especially when it comes to being on YouTube, you kind of, at first you're timid and you're not really sure, what should my goals be? How fast should I be growing my channel? And there is that kind of thought. And I know I always, and I want to put this out for anyone who is new to YouTube or newer in the community, that building relationships and building a YouTube channel is definitely takes a while, and it's not something that will happen just like that if you're not intentional. So if you're intentional, you can be prosperous and have this great YouTube channel and great following, and but it really is just based off of hard work and being you and letting other people see that. So that's my advice. I know I was lucky enough to start YouTube when YouTube was this new up and coming thing, and there was a lot of YouTubers who were willing to put me underneath their wing and just give me feedback and give me encouraging words to just keep doing what I was doing. And me being new to scrapbooking, I wasn't necessarily thinking, oh, I'm gonna be this big. I mean, yeah, we have aspirations, but like I wasn't really sure what it meant for me. And now, almost 2,500 subscribers later, almost, I can't believe where I've come, and I really can't believe where I've come in this past year. I mean, this past year has been really successful for me, and I'm just having a blast riding this train of what my hard work has led me to, and what my planning has led me to. So let's get into 5 minutes in now, right? I can't do a face-to-face video without being really long. I will try to keep it shorter. We'll see. But I think that by starting my year with a few little things in mind, this tag is going to drive me nuts, and sharing those with you. So the first thing I want to apologize for, but not really apologize, because I'm not really sorry for it, because I made it not really realizing what I was saying. So I had planned to put out a class this past year, And that did not happen whatsoever. I sort of worked on content, and I definitely had a lot of things planned, sort of, but the actual writing of it and filming of everything just did not happen. A lot of it was due to the fact that my husband had some work stuff. He's in the military, and when his job calls him to do stuff, he gets up and does it. So ultimately, there are times when I become a single parent, and I'm used to it, and it is what it is, right? I mean, we all have sacrifices in our jobs, and this is our sacrifice. And I thought that maybe the time with him not here would be helpful, but it ended up not being as helpful because our puppy was not liking the change. And so I didn't take that into account, but I also didn't take into account for the fact that I would be gaining quite a few design teams this past year. And I had a hard time getting it all situated. So I've cut back a little bit on the design team that I'm on this year for this current year, with the hopes that I can give the best work to these design teams that I'm on, because I absolutely love them. And I'm really happy with the team load that I'm on and the groups that I'm on and the people that I'm meeting through these groups. I mean, there's such an inspiration amongst all of them. And I just, I mean, I just really enjoy working with these companies and building relationships with them because they're awesome people and they're great to learn from. And that's one of my that was one of my goals with being on design teams, is to be able to learn from them because they've been in this industry a lot longer than I have. I still feel like a baby, even though I've been around for about 4 or so years now. But anyway, so if you didn't know, these are the design teams that I am currently on. I am on Clique, I'm on Spiegelmom Scraps, when I've been on Spiegelmom Scraps for about 2 years now. I absolutely love that team, but I absolutely love being on Clique. I've really been doing a lot there, and doing some stuff that I never expected. So I'm really enjoying that team. And who doesn't? It's not really free because I scrap my butt off with that. I'm also on the Shimmerz design team, and I absolutely love that. That is one of the teams that I didn't expect this past year, and it has really stretched me and grown me and kind of brought me back to where I started, and it's really cool. So if you guys have been following me for a really long time, you know that I've done a lot of mixed media. And when I first started, I did a lot of it. I did a lot of backgrounds that I made and all that kind of stuff. But we'll get back to that because we'll talk about that later. I'm also I just started on Larkindesign. I'm on Teresa's creative team, and she has a digital store, and she does classes too. So I will be using her digital product, which I print off and use with physical product. So I'm not going to be using it necessarily digitally in that sense, but I'm really looking forward to working with her. And Teresa's amazing. I love Teresa. And she's so encouraging. She's one of those women that I really look up to in this industry, and she's just strong. And I just have this thing for strong women who aren't afraid to just go for it in this industry. I mean, it's cutthroat, right? It's hard, but we need these strong women who know who they are and know what they want and go for it, right? In a genuine way. Not to say that there's women who aren't genuine, but I'm just saying I really admire that. I really do. And so, like I said, I am super excited to join up with her and be on her team. I've started using her product, and I'm really excited, and I have so many more ideas. We'll see how it goes. I'm really just looking forward to that. And then I'm also on the Get It Scrap creative team, and I started that a few months ago, 4 months ago maybe. And I usually do about one layout a month with them, but who knows, it could change. But also, one thing that I want to talk about, and I guess now is a good place to stick it in, is that in January this month, near the end of the month, Debbie is going to be doing a webinar class series called Style is Leverage. I believe this is her third year that she's doing it, and each day of the week, so for 5 days, there's going to be a different guest designer, and we're all going to be sharing our work and sharing our style and how we create to make this, to use our style, and how we correlate that with design elements and design type things. So I don't really want to talk about it too much, but if you're interested, I'll make sure in the box below that I'll have a link to the class where you can purchase the class, or you could get a subscription. Get It Scrapped as a subscription based scrapbooking group, if you will. And Debbie has tons of classes and tons of video and content where she goes over and she brings in tons of other scrapbookers, physical and digital. So it's a really good place to find inspiration, and also I'm finding it really helpful as someone who scrapbooked for a little while, and I kind of understand some of the design elements and stuff, but sometimes I just need help sparking new stories or and that kind of thing, to think outside of the box. And I'm that kind of scrapbooker, so I'm really excited to be on the Get It Scrap team, but also doing more stuff with Debbie, because I really look up to her as someone really big in the industry, and it's just really fun to be a part of what she's doing to inspire other people, because it's really similar to what I've kind of started to create in the community, in my place in the community as well. So it's really awesome, and I'm super stoked about being on the being on the webinar series. Let's get back to it. So Style is Leverage, right, is a class that Debbie is doing the third week of January, and I'm going to be one of the guest designers. So we're going to be talking about my style and how it relates to different principles and different ideas. Like I said, you can use the link below and you can check out what would it entail. You can either buy the class outright, or you can get a year subscription to Get It Scrapped. And there's, like I said, there's so many things. But Debbie does a few webinars throughout the year, and she has lots of different series and stuff. There's just so much information. I'm loving it. So, and I don't know if I would have purchased it right away at first, because I didn't realize everything that's there, but there's so much stuff and so many different scrapbookers and different styles. I can't say enough about it. It's definitely one of the things that if you can afford to get that. I mean, like, if you couldn't get a kit or a product, get that. And I think, yeah. So I am going to be on January the 19th. So that is my day for the webinar. So look forward to that. I'll be sharing more about stuff like that as it gets a little bit closer. But I'm really excited. I've gotten all my stuff all situated for that. And so, yeah, we get to talk about me. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. So, okay, let's get talking a little bit about what some of my goals are, since we're probably halfway through this video, right? 15 minutes in. So I've tried to just think about how last year went, And what can I do differently this year that will make my scrapbooking better, but make my life better? Because um, I want my life to be better. But so here are some of the things that I have for my goals this year. And one of my goals this year is to be more productive at my desk. And what do I mean by this? Well, I don't know about you, but when I go to sit down, I either need to watch TV or I want to listen to music. And this past year, I've kind of switched to watching a lot more stuff like YouTube or to put on my favorite show that I'm watching, whatever show I'm binge watching on Hulu or Netflix, and doing that while I create. And where watching TV is fun, it's not so helpful for my creative flow. So I want to get back more into listening to music while I create. I think I create a lot more. I have less likely of a chance to get on social media while I'm making a layout. I've started doing this, and I think it's because I've realized to just give myself time to create, which is great. And it's been nice because I've been able to take my time making the layout, but I think I've made my layout time more instead, not to say that I need to make a fast layout, but instead of just getting like streamlining it and getting it done, I will I'll check my Facebook, or I'll check this and I'll check that while I'm trying to get a layout done. And I'm one of those people who I work better if I'm start something and then I finish it in the sitting, unless I'm talking about mixed media. And that is another thing that kind of has happened this year. I've went back to doing mixed media a lot more, and there's drawing time, and so I have kind of changed my process a little bit because of that. And I'm sorry for that beep. It's my phone, and there's no way that I can turn it off, so you'll just have to bear with it. So that is one of my goals, is to be more productive and to realize that if I'm not going to get something started, that I need to not be in my room. I think I've kind of let my room be a place that I just like to be because I like to be here. But sometimes I think because in the business sense, because I've used my scrapbooking, or I do scrapbooking and I need to be productive, I'm also like, I need to have that space where it's okay to not be in my room, because like it's okay to not be in my room. And it's okay to be on social media, but do I need to do social media while I'm making the layout? No. Like, I need to have creative time and I need to have time, like social media time. So that is how one of my big focuses that I want, because I want to come in here and I want to use my time wisely, so I'm not sitting in my chair as much, and I'm doing things so that I can make layouts, right? So yeah, so that's one of my Scrappy goals. Another one is that I want to organize better this year. So I want to cut my Scrappy budget, and I've cut it a lot this year, actually. We've cut out a lot of things that we didn't need just in our life, and it's been good, and it's been necessary, because we bought our house and all that good stuff. But one of the things I've been realizing is that I'm still buying a lot of product, but not really organizing it well. I mean, I have some stuff organized, but like this Christmas season has really just made me realize I need to go through, I need to organize my papers better. I need to organize past kits better. So I will be organizing more this year, and I hope that I can share a little bit of that process with you guys so that you can see what I'm doing. So I'm hoping to spend a little bit of my Scrappy budget on organizing items. and stuff like that. I also need to get that right there. There we go. That right there is all layouts that I've pretty much worked on this past year and a half, maybe. Pretty much since we've moved in here. Those are all layouts that I've made since we've moved here. And I have not put them in albums. Some of them are in protectors, some of them are not. The top ones aren't, that's for sure. So one of my goals this year is to work on getting all of those in protectors, all of them in albums. So my hope is that once a month I can buy an album and fill it up. The thing is I create about probably almost an out. Okay, maybe not. I probably create almost 10 layouts a month if I'm honest. Because if you think about the 2 to 3 that I do for Spiegelmom scraps, the 2 that I do for Shimmerz, that's 5. I do at least 5 for Clique usually, but sometimes I do Project Life for there or some other stuff. So that's like 10. I probably do about 10 layouts a month, at least. Maybe more, maybe less, depending. So, I know that's a lot, isn't it? It's crazy. So I probably do almost a whole album's worth in a month. Almost, not quite. Because I probably can get about 20 in an album, if I'm lucky, if it's not two-dimensional, which I don't really care if it is or not. So, but my goal is to get an album a month and just fill it up. Maybe if I like have a bigger Scrappy budget, I can get a couple, but that's my goal, is to get the albums off of there and into albums so that we can put them away and we can look at them, because my kids can't look at them when they're up there. So all the albums that they're looking at are old ones that I did while I was in Hawaii. So yeah. So that is definitely one of my big goals this year. Another goal this year is to create more backgrounds, but to also try to scan those and put them in like somewhere and save them. And maybe if I ever can get things situated, maybe organize some stuff to think about doing my own digital stuff that I can provide to other people. Eventually, I'd like to do my own collection. But to do that, I don't think I'm at that place yet. I mean, I don't know. I've not been asked to do anything yet, so I'm not at the place yet that I think that I could really do that. But I think I could start creating stuff and saving it and kind of keep it in the back burner to do something with later. So that's kind of my hope. And I've made different backgrounds. I thought, hey, this would be a really cool, background. So that is my hope, is to kind of play around with that kind of stuff a little bit, and maybe teach myself a little bit more stuff to create my own backgrounds or something. So who knows? Who knows what the future holds, but I kind of want to think about things that I can do that will prepare me maybe for next year or the year later, So that is definitely, I think, what more of a goal is, to just prepare myself for, to get things situated so that if I do decide to do that, I can, right? Another one of my things is more Project Life. Well, yes, is to finish my Project Life from last year, because I didn't do it. But being on Larkindesign, I think, is going to really be helpful for me, because it'll push me to finish stuff up, print more photos, right, and get them in the albums. I also would like to do more face-to-face and live videos. So that's one of my goals too. So my plan is to try to do a couple a month live videos and face-to-face stuff. So I actually would like to do a monthly, like either a month in review or like the beginning of the month and talk about like some stuff like that. I don't know. Wouldn't it be really cool if I could do like chatting with Hannah? Like, okay, so this is like completely off. Like my brain went somewhere else, right? Except for not. You'll see how it relates. So I've been thinking a lot this year about Sandra and Lisa and coffee time and how I've missed that a lot, right? So who knows? Maybe we can do a coffee time with Hannah and have Hannah talk to other, like, I don't know, talk to other scrapbookers on YouTube. Wouldn't that be really fun? So I don't know. It's something I've thought about in the past of having like a YouTube video where it's like split. Maybe we could do it on Facebook and we just talk about something Scrappy related. What do you guys think about that? I mean, if we did it Facebook Live, we wouldn't have to edit it. So it could be a little interesting. If I could figure out how to do a split screen on YouTube, that could work too. But anyway. Okay, so that's a thought in my brain. I definitely want to get on social media again. So one of the things that has happened this year, because I've been so busy creating all these wonderful layouts and projects, I have not been on social media as much, and my numbers in stuff sort of have shown that. And what I mean is like my overall video watchage or like what people are seeing on Facebook. And I know a lot of this goes in algorithms and stuff that probably many of you don't really care about, except for that the fact is when I post things, you're not seeing it on your feed. And I have a problem with that because I work really hard and I want you to see the things that you want to see. And if you want to see me and you can't see me, that's a problem. So one of my hopes is to get on social media more, have meaningful conversations, because I don't just want to do it to get views, because that's not my goal. My goal is to remember why I did this in the first place, and that was to connect with people. I wanted to have friendships. I wanted to have conversations with you guys. Because I needed that. I needed someone that I needed people to talk to who were in love with scrapbooking. And I didn't get on social media just so I could share everything that, the sneaks that I'm sharing and the products that I'm using. Like, I don't mind sharing all that stuff. And I want you guys, if you're interested in seeing what I'm using, I want you to see that too. But I really just want to have conversations with people and friendships with people, and that I started off that way, and I've kind of lost my way, if you will, because I've been so busy creating that it's just really hard to manage time. But I'm seeing how me not doing that has had an impact, and it's made my mojo less because I'm not connecting with people in the way that I used to. Now with that, I still have friendships that I connect with, and certain friendships have come, to a place that I never expected. But it's like I really just want to get out, and I want to get talking, and I want to be involved in all these scrappy conversations that I did, because it really encouraged me and it really inspired me to create. And I want you guys, like I said, if you guys are interested in what I have to say and what I have to share, I want you to be able to see it. And I can see that you guys aren't seeing everything. So, and it's frustrating as a creator to put out content and it not be seen. And I get there's a lot of scrapbookers. There's a lot of people who are more amazing than me. There's just a lot of people out there doing stuff. But it's frustrating when you've been around for a while and people aren't seeing your stuff. And you kind of want to flush out, is it because people are sick of me? Are they sick of me? Am I just too weird for you? Or is it that it's just not showing up on your feed? Or you have so many people you can't watch me. I get it. But if you want to see me, I want you to see me. And I want to be friends with people. And I want to talk scrappy stuff and encourage you. And you encourage me. And so that's one of my goals this year, is to get back into the game of social media and be there. Be present. Talk. Have conversations. Because that's what this is about. You know, I mean, life is about connections. It just really is. It's about finding people who are your tribe and talking about those things, right? Talking about the things that you enjoy and you're thankful for and all that good stuff. So, and to share that. So that's one of my goals. So my other last goal is to start some canvas work. So, I've been doing a ton of art stuff this year with Shimmerz, and it really has made me want to think about maybe trying some actual art, like canvas work. So I think one of my goals this year is to get to do some canvas stuff. A friend of mine who I've been blessed with having in my life gave me for Christmas some small canvases, so I'm going to start there and work that and then see how that goes and see how I like it and go from there. I mean, I'm not thinking I can create Wilna Verstenberg canvas. Gosh, did you see her stuff that she just posted today or this week of all the canvas work that she was doing with all the scripture and stuff? Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. So I know I'm not going to be her, but I would like to play and learn and see if it's something that I could create or like enjoy to do something a little bit different. So I'm looking forward to learning new things about myself and going in places that I didn't expect, because that's what happened this past year. And I've been I'm so excited about where I started and where I've come. And I'm excited to see that, and maybe things will pan out so that I can do a class or something. I would like to do I really ultimately would love to do like a series where we're doing some live face-to-face, some live you see me create something, and have it in multi-videos. Something that I don't have to edit, or that you don't expect to get a PDF because time is not quite all there to do all that stuff, but I still have so much stuff that I can share with you guys that sometimes is kind of hard to do through YouTube. So, or like a little chunk. So we'll see. Who knows what will happen this year? Maybe I can do some stuff, do some live stuff that is more of a paid content. I will say I do not plan on doing Patreon. I know there's quite a few ladies who have done a switch over to Patreon or are doing YouTube and Patreon. I do not plan on doing that. I just don't see how that is going to benefit me. I really don't have a lot of extra time other than what I'm already posting to do stuff. Maybe one day if I decide to, I decide to do less work for other people and more work for myself. Artist-wise, I can see why that would benefit me, but I don't have the numbers. I don't have the I'm really nobody. I I just don't see that I could get a following, and that would not be fair to you guys if you did decide to give me $10. You know, it wouldn't be fair because I just don't have that. So unless that's something that you're interested in, like I said, maybe we can do some videos where you pay me to do like 5-hour sessions of watching me create stuff. That I would be more interested in doing and providing for you guys. But as of right now, I don't see that being something. I just wanted to put that out there because I know that there's a lot of ladies who are deciding to do that, and that's great for them. And I think that Patreon is definitely something that could be beneficial if like I think of a like she's a Reed, she's built her brand, but you know, like I just don't see it working. I don't see it for me. So I'd rather spend my time doing other things. But you know, who knows? I think it's something that you have to think about. Does it make sense, right, business wise? Is it going to have the longevity? Because that's the other thing is, you know, I mean, there's some fads, if you will, or different areas that you can go into with video making and all that kind of stuff, and what makes the most sense. So anyway, I've been gabbing like a way long time, so I'm gonna go. But I hope that you guys have thought about your scrappy goals and what you want to do. If you want to list down below some of yours, I would love to hear what you are planning on doing this year. Also, if you have any ideas for things that you would like to see me do, let me know. I also would like to, in the summer, probably because I'll have time. I probably won't have time before that. I would like to do a small little summer series. I don't know. What kind of things would you like to see a series on? I know I've taken part in some other series that have done really well with other people, like For the Love of Homemade Kits. Though that is going to be, we're going to be picking that up over on the Crafty Maven Getaway. So, which is also another team that I'm on, but I'm running it. So I don't know. I kind of forget to add it to my list of what I'm doing, except for I'm running it. So I don't know why I forget that. I don't forget that I'm running it. I just forget to add it. But anyway, but we're going to be doing some For the Love of Homemade Kit type stuff over there. So definitely make sure you check that out if you're interested in stash kit videos and stuff. I know I did the 6 degrees of scrap lifting with Leah, and gosh, who else was a part of it? Christina was a part of it. Susanna was a part of it. Christy was a part of it. There's quite a few ladies that were doing it. Some Australian ladies were doing it too, I think. And that was really fun, but it kind of ran its course for a couple of us. I know for me, I just didn't have the time to do it with a lot of other things that I was doing. So I only did 3 rounds, I think. I don't know how many rounds they did, but I only was able to do 3. And I know I've done some sketch stuff with Megan, and those are really fun. I just would like to do something different. I don't know. So if you have ideas, let me know, and I'm going to think about it because it's in a few months, right? In the summer. But have a great and safe new year. I hope that you guys are excited about all the inspiration that will be on my channel. And make sure that you're linked up with me on other social media places, because I do not just create layouts and content for my channel. I also do stuff on Clique's channel. I also do stuff on Spiegelmom Scrap's YouTube channel. And I also sometimes do stuff over at the Crafty Maven YouTube channel. So, and I don't put those things on my channel, that I post there. So if you just follow me here on YouTube, you're gonna miss that stuff, because
unless you subscribe to those channels as well. So make sure that you see the list and you follow. I do have a blog, but I don't post everything on my blog that I've posted other places. So I don't. I would say either. I really would say probably Instagram is one of the best places that you could see all the stuff. You're not, you might not get a link right to the video itself. So that's the only thing. But anyway, I will talk to you guys later and have a great scrappy week. Bye.